you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. I hope you're doing good on this day. I am better. I want to talk briefly about hearing divine's orders, knowing the next step that needs to be taken, and failing to make that next step, take that next step. But before I do that, I give thanks, as I do every day. First to Divine Source, Eravat Avarat, the Supreme Being. To the other Ascended Masters, to the Alchemists, the Healers, the Archangels, the Orisha, the Light Workers, Starseeds, Ancestors, if I haven't mentioned them. I'm reminded of one of my grandfather's hands, and in the house that they lived in Lockport, Illinois, he had a set of brass hands that were in the praying position, hands together, that you traditionally see. And they were on a table, a center table, in the living room. And I'm just reminded of those hands and how those hands were always, as a kid, those hands reminded me of his hands. And I don't know if he had them specially sculpted or anything, but those hands, whenever I saw them, they would remind me of his hands. And so I'm reminded of his hands today, or at this moment. And how one of the challenges for me and I don't know if I have a lot of challenges or a few challenges. It changes from, I don't know. I guess it kind of fluctuates based on however I'm viewing wherever my perspective is at the time. But I am regularly reminded about how my standard is not the standard of most. And that's nothing against anyone else, and that's not bragging. It's just the truth. My standard is not the same as others. Being unfaithful in a relationship is never on the table for me. Even if I don't want to be in the relationship, I would leave her if it's a romantic relationship, I would leave them before I was unfaithful to them. Because that's just not a way that I desire to deceive anyone. But I understand, on a greater scale even today, that that's not the actions of everyone. Some people will choose to cheat. And yet that's not everyone. And I'm not the only one who would not do that. So what I want to talk to us about today for a moment is there's so much to be said, and yet no one's speaking. So when there's so much to be said and no one's speaking, what are the ones who are in waiting to do? Well, I don't know if I have a lot of answers to that question, but I'm going to speak as Divine Source shares, and perhaps I'll be encouragement to myself and you. So people often say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. But I would say, if you don't have anything truthful to say, don't speak at all. Don't say anything at all. Because it is better to be a truthful person than it is to be a good person. It is better to be a truthful person, an authentic person, than to be a good person. Because you can be a good person and overextend yourself, and that's not good. I've been there. I've done that. I had the t-shirt. I burned it. But I've been there and done that, and perhaps you have too. And we learned, right, that not everyone deserves our attention, our time. And yet there are those who do. So what about those who do deserve your time and attention? And yet they don't speak up. What about those who hear the voice of Divine Source, their intuition, their higher self, and still fail to follow that? What do you do? And you know, as a wing seer, light worker, star seed, one of the 13 elite divine beings on this planet, you are an empress in your high vibrational energy, or you are an emperor enveloping all the kings and all the queens. When you are in this energy and at this level, a lot of things are shared with you. And yet, there are times, and I wonder if others have experienced this too, those who are high vibrational beings, and tapped into their greater wisdom, higher wisdom, and that sort of thing over time. I wonder if they've dealt with this too. But what do you do when those that need to speak up do not speak up? What do you do? Okay? So, I won't address the past. I will only address the future and moving in what I know is or what should happen. Let me put it like that. So I will speak only to what should happen, because again, everyone has free will, and nothing happens until the pen is poised above the paper. And even then, the pen must begin to work in order for the pen to accomplish its mission, and the paper to fulfill its mission, and the ink to fulfill its mission. Okay? So, first I'm going to address the female that has been tagged as my divine masculine. I don't know them. To my knowledge, I've never met them. Not this lifetime. But I know it is a previous lifetime love that's supposed to be coming to me. Again, we all have choices. And one thing that I have learned, I've learned a lot, but one thing that I have learned is that everything can be up in the air until the very last second before the moment. Everything can be up in the air until the very last second before the moment. So to this divine masculine, and if you do not understand the divine masculine and know that I am not a homosexual, but I am a divine feminine energy, and that's what I function in most. When I get into my masculine energy, that is the warrior side of me. That is the ferociousness of me, and that's not a good thing for anyone to experience or anyone to provoke. That's not a good thing. It's just not. And so when I speak about the divine masculine, I'm speaking of a female who is birthed with the gift of, and again, they encompass all of the kings and all of the queens, so they are balanced masculine and feminine energy. But I wonder, and again, I only have myself and my own choices and decisions to go at. I know how I am when I receive a word or guidance from Most High. I am with Most High the same way I am here in the flesh, and that is this. If I am asked to do something, I get to it if it's necessary, unless there's a reason for a wait. Okay? So if someone says, can you help me, help me come change my tire? Yep, absolutely. Okay? Generally speaking, you know what I mean. Do you have a couple of dollars? I generally jump to it immediately. Most High says, I need you to do this. I need you to write this down. I need you to study this. I need you to look at this. I need you to share this. I want you to do this. I want you to get this book. I want you to share this with them. I want you to do this. I want you to not do this. I want you to do this. I want you to starve them. I want you to feed them. Whatever it is, I am so proud to say that I am on my shit and I knock it out of the park. I am, because when they speak, I do. And that is something that if you are a high vibrational being, and I'm going to say if you are one of the elite 13, you find it extremely difficult dealing with people who procrastinate when they know what to do. and they know their orders. They've been given their orders. And one of the most frustrating things about this process, even about living here on this earth as an extraterrestrial, one of the most frustrating things about this process is just that, the process, man's processes. It baffles me that someone would be high vibrational and fearful at the same time. That boggles my mind, and that's kind of like an oxymoron. So how can you be high vibrational and you're also scared? How can you know what the word is to you to do and speak, and yet you will not move in that direction? I fail to understand how that's even possible. Can I be a high vibrational earth angel and descendant of Yeshua and also lie, cheat, and steal? I suppose. But I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't register. And so to you, Divine Masculine, again, can come up with whatever excuses you want to, whatever reasons you want to for the delays. Okay, and this is only one aspect of what I'm going to speak to. And this is for divine feminines too. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you have the word from divine source, you need to move in that direction. You need to be confident and move in that direction. Okay? Stop being so concerned about the results. Okay? If Most High says, you need to go speak this to this person, you need to go say this to the person, you need to go give this to this person, you need to send this to this person, whatever it is, you need to do that and not worry about what the outcome is going to be. Because when you worry about what the outcome is going to be, you are taking too much control. Controlling what you can, recognizing what you can't, and releasing that you cannot control. So why are you fearful, you high vibrational beings? Why are you afraid? Why are you scared? Why are you intimidated? Showing intrepidation. Why are you afraid? Why are you intimidated? And then, same but different questions proposed to others. Okay? So, law enforcement, which brings me also to another thinking point. So I want to take time now to thank, again, our intuitive law enforcement, judges, lawyers who are working on these cases behind the scenes. It is painful to sit here and wait for your knock at the door, your phone call, or your certified letter. It is painful. And to you, if you know that you need to be reaching out or what have you, but you are afraid of other authorities, you are whatever it is that is keeping you from releasing the truth, I guess is where I'm going with whatever that is in your life. If you know that there is truth in you and you need to release that truth to someone, you need to share that truth with someone, you need to give that person, you need to do that. What is holding you back? I don't understand that. Because I am a soldier. I am a warrior. And I am one who follows orders. And I am a leader. And I just wonder, when you know the truth and you fail to speak it, release it, confirm it, correct lies, whatever it, I wonder, are you really truly being your highest, purest, truest version of yourself when you operate in these little, when you have these little I don't know, pockets of doubt, that pop up or keep you back. Okay? I have never, ever, ever known someone who did not speak up and went on to live fulfilling, happy lives. I do not know anyone who did not speak up to that man or that woman when they were attracted to them and saw the sparkle in their eyes, but failed to speak up, and they went on to live a happy life with that individual. I don't know of anyone. I don't know of anyone who saw the opportunity, the promotion, or the availability, the vacancy, and knew they were supposed to go after it, didn't, and still got promoted. I don't know anyone who sat on the couch eating potato chips and drinking soda and made it to the NBA. So collective, if someone's looking at you like you are the prize, I'm going to try to help us all out here. If Divine Source has shown you that you have love coming to you, and you are single, you are celibate. If you are single, quite honestly, you should be celibate, and that's just being truthful. If you want to be your highest, truest, purest vibration. If you are single, you need to be celibate. Okay? And so for my DM, I will definitely, one of the first questions when we do meet, talk, or whatever, was when was the last time they were sexually active? For me, that answer is 2022. Okay? So, what is it that keeps humans in this isolated condition, mentally and emotionally, from taking the steps that they know Divine Source has told them to take, asked them to take, directed them to take, instructed them to take, shown them through dreams to take, spoke through others to take? What is it in the being of a person, in the being of a being, what is it within us, within you, it's not in me, what is it that has us? I know I need to do that, but I know I need to speak that to them, but I don't want to. I know I need to speak that to them, but I'm afraid. I know I need to do this, but I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid they'll turn me down. I'm afraid they'll... Listen. If you don't, there will be another offer. It's just that plain and simple. If you don't, there will be another offer. So divine masculine, divine feminine. And this is a challenge for me today in this season, because I've waited so long. And it's been such a draining trip. And in my day-to-day, I'm not doing much because there's not much else to do where I'm currently at. And it's kind of like whatever I was sent to Arizona to do, and I know why, I know all of the reasons why. But in all of that, once it's all done, there's nothing else to do. There's no more ascending. And yes, you can reach a place where you have ascended to where you need to be in order to fulfill your highest, purest, truest purpose. And once you're there, that's it. And then so you're just waiting on the opportunities to come knocking on the door again, or ring your phone, or show up in the mail, however that happens. Okay? And so for many of us who resonate with this current timeline, there's nothing else for you, not much else. There's nothing else for you to do. You can meditate a little bit, continue to sage, you do that. Even my meditations, the downloads are so strong now, I can meditate for 15 minutes and get all that I needed to get. And perhaps not need to meditate for the remainder of the day in a still position. My mind is always on esoteric things, constantly, and that's the truth. My heart is always on the things of God, always on the things of Most High, always on the kingdom, always on the moon, always on Ra, always on the evidence, always on it's always on that. And I just wonder, what kept Judy from telling me the truth about my beginnings this lifetime? Who really gave birth to me on 11/29/74 at 1:07 in the afternoon? And who's the sperm donor? Was I bought or sold in 1974? So, thankfully, Divine Source has given me many answers. And that's really all I've been, the only one, I should say, not all. That's the only one, really, that I've really truly walked with, are just my spiritual entourage. And I realized that this lifetime, that for the first 50 years, I really walked alone. And confirmation burps and You know something? There are times when the greatness you were created for is undeniable. There are times when the greatness you were created for is undeniable. Yesterday I watched, I really wanted to watch something, but I really get, I don't know. It, it's it's a bit of a challenge for me to watch almost anything today. Um, like TV, and I don't watch TV, but even whatever, even online, like on YouTube, movies and things like that, because I've received or developed such a different perspective about how the world turns. And because of that different perspective, I see so many things as just fake and artificial. And yes, movies are fake generally because right, um, it's make believe, and someone's name might be Rogers or Roger, or right, but it's make believe. And so yesterday, I was getting ready to have lunch and wanted to watch something, and I was like, "What do I want to watch? What do I want to watch?" Right, so I went to YouTube, and I couldn't find anything. Looked at comedy movies to try to help my spirit, uplift me and keep me not focused on who's not speaking again, because there's a lot to be said, but no one's talking, not to me, anyway. And so, to kind of get my mind off that and just lift my spirits and that. But I didn't find any movie. I didn't find anything that was really worth my attention. And there's something to that. So don't spend any time where it's not worth your attention. Okay? If you're in the movie theater and you're on your phone more than you're paying attention to the movie, just leave the movie theater. You're obviously not into the movie. Confirmation with that horn. Okay, so if you're spending your time somewhere where you're not really truly enjoying yourself, don't try to change the environment. Change where you're standing or where you stand. Okay? Where you spend your time. So I've been giving some thought to, if Yeshua was here today, Jesus as y'all call him, it's not their name, it's Issa or Yeshua, but so that you can identify with who I speak about him. Jesus. Again, he spoke in parables for the ignorant people, meaning the people who were not of the light. For the sinner and the transgressor, he used parables because they could not understand the higher wisdom. That's why Jesus used parables. But I wonder, if he was here today in the flesh, what are some of the things that he would be dealing with? He would be dealing with doppelgangers online, copycats, people proclaiming to be him, stalking, fake accounts, okay, online bullying, smear campaigns online or in the physical, or verbally in the community. Think about the ways that man would use technology today to torment Yeshua, to destroy Yeshua, because that's what the storyline doesn't change. Just the tools do. Okay? People were robbing banks in 1674. They rob banks today. What's the difference? Today they do it through hacking and they do it through electronics and online. So they may not have to physically go into the bank. But basically, it's robbing the bank, no matter how you look at it. So how would man treat Yeshua today? They wouldn't stone him, but they would pass around information online talking about how they're fake, how they're not true. They don't know what they're talking about. He's lying. Same things they do to us, who choose to one day wake up and walk in the light. Those who hate you because you changed. When you really didn't change, you just changed the way the world sees you, and the world, until such a time, does not embrace your light. Okay? Every supporter I have today, I do not know any of their names. And I know I have earthly supporters, again, because they're high vibrational attorneys and judges and things that are presiding over my case and others. I don't know them, though. I just have a knowing of. So, what would Jesus go through today? Would his family betray him? Would he be the black sheep of his family today? Would he be ostracized today? Would he not be invited to family reunions and things because he chose to speak up and stand up for something that appears to be unusual and rare and goes against man's norms, human's norms? How would Yeshua be treated today? Again, much the same way you and I are. He would be isolated, made to feel alone, not realizing that that's the exact thing that he alchemizes and propels him. So why is it so much that's needing to be said and no one's talking? To me. And that, to me, put yourself in that. Why is there so much that needs to be said and no one's talking to you? It is, I just raised the blanket to look at the clock. It is 8:50, or excuse me, there might be something about 8:15, but it's 8:18. Okay? August 18th, August 15th. 31 degrees in southern Arizona, which is a unusual chilly morning. But I think there's a cold front or something right now. And it's the 11th of the month. Could be something about Ohio and Texas. They're playing in the Cotton Bowl. But there might be something about those states, Ohio and Texas. Alexa. I was going to ask what's the word of the day, but It's not responding. I did see the other day, the word of the day was accountability. I saw that the other day. The word of the day being accountability. It's a good one. It speaks to a little bit about what I'm talking about why there's so much to be said and no one's talking. You've heard me say this. There might be an energetic freeze warning. I'm not sure what that is or why that would be. Again, I remember saying this some years ago when I was a part of the religious world. And I remember, and I think on my original Facebook profile, you can put like a heading or whatever for your, like, or whatever, in addition to your name. And mine was something like the greatest obeyer ever, or something like that, or the great obeyer, or something like that. And that's still where I am today, despite everything that man has thrown at me. The devil, Jezebel, primarily. All of the witchcraft, all of the illnesses, everything that's been alchemized, all of the sex magic, the beauty spells, the overweight, the underweight, overeating, all of the spells that they have thrown at me. And I can say today that I am still the great obeyer. I can still say that today. That I am still the great obeyer. And Ronald Reagan is known as the great communicator. Muhammad Ali is known as the greatest of all time. There's even the great Gatsby. There's Alexander the Great. There's the great I Am. There's the great destroyer. I don't know who the great destroyer is. I'm going to find that out, though. Going to find that out. Who is the great destroyer? So, it's Saturday, and I hope it's a great day for you. And in fact, again, all the little tweaks and adjustments. So I'm reminded about how Divine said that when they created the earth, that it was good, and the beasts of the field, and they were good, and the beasts of the water, and they were good, and the fish of the water, and then the birds of the air, and everything was good. Man tries to make things outstanding, amazing, phenomenal, great, incredible, overwhelming, right? Man tries to make things that. But Divine's good is all of that. So can you handle divines? Great. I don't know. Can I? Alexa, who is known as the Great Destroyer?
From Answers.com. Lord Shiva is known as the Destroyer in Hindu mythology.
I love it. Shiva, the Great Destroyer. um, I've definitely had interactions and times with Shiva. That is how I came to realize or know my Durga spirit. And again, that's and again, this is not a bragging point, but that's why it's not good to upset me or to that's why it's not good. Because the masculine side is just it's not very it's 8:26. There's a woodpecker outside. Might be something significant about that. Alexa, what does the woodpecker represent in spirituality?
From Astrology.com. Woodpeckers are often seen as symbols of determination, focus, and perseverance.
Okay. So we need determination, focus, and perseverance, collective. So again, I hope your day is well. Again, thank you, ancestors, for all of your protection. There is a vermilion flycatcher. It's an orange and black bird. Vermilion flycatcher that follows me around at the park and has been there for a year and a half since I've been there. And it literally goes from tree to tree as I fly as I fly around the park. Okay, as I walk around the park. Okay, and sometimes I'd like to just as and this might sound strange, as isolated, I guess, or something, as hermit as I am now. A house in the woods with acreage is where I want to be. And so I am bored currently. Perhaps you're dealing with a little bit of that. Whether it's because of the winter, so winters keep you in, or some other reason. So again, I'm rather bored because everything's done in this time, in this season for which I was sent here to Arizona. And so I encourage you to try to find things that will help keep your vibrations high. And whether it's music, I have a song in my heart right now. Got a thing for you, girl. Face stays on my mind. Something for another glass of wine. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on the feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I don't know who sings that song. Alexa, who sings the song High on Believing That You're in Love with Me?
The song High on Love was performed by Patty Loveless. Jeff Hanna and Costas wrote the song, and it was recorded by Patty Loveless.
I don't know if that's the right song. But yeah, that's the song that was in me before I pressed record. So don't let fear keep you from speaking the truth. I saw someone with a tattoo the other day and it said "the truth." It's on their arm. So that lets me know that that person is at least interested in it. And embrace it. Thank you once again, Divine Source, Aravat Avarat, for this day. It's a good day. Because all that you create, all that you bring is good. It may not be in the moment. Confirmation burp. Because there are lessons to learn. We may not see the good in it immediately. But if we stay faithful to you and to our call, to the purpose, I continue to believe that you will be faithful to me. I continue to believe that you are as faithful as you have shown yourself to be. There might be something about sweet dreams. It says sweet dreams are made of this. I don't understand the delays, Divine. And perhaps there aren't delays, it's just divine timing. Maybe there are no delays, it's just divine timing. But just like I expressed the other day with tears in my eyes, Sometimes it's just breathing. And you just need to do that. There's nothing else to do. Just patience and doing those little things that you are guided to do on a daily basis. Again, saging, meditating, music helps a lot. And more so frequencies. I will say frequencies and tones and that sort of thing helps a lot, more than just music. Frequencies. It could be a bass guitar riff or someone singing a cappella. It just also, I've had probably for the last, I don't know how long, probably a straight week, maybe even long. It's probably been even longer than that. Maybe since the new year, I've had a solid ringing. Just a solid ringing in both of my ears. It's just, and it's just way up there. And if you're experiencing that, if you're seeing that, if you're experiencing that, something says to see the newest Echo device. If you're experiencing that, just know that it's an ascension symptom, and yeah, I think we have a new moon coming up. Maybe it was last night. Alexa, when is the next full moon?
The next full moon will be next Monday, January 13th at 3:27 p.m.
Oh, okay. So 2 days. I knew it was coming up. The first one was coming up soon. So January 13th is the next new moon. Okay. The last was December 15th. You might want to reference that. Then again, it may not be significant for you. All right. So, that's January 13th at 3:27 p.m. says the next full moon. 327 is 999. Okay. So again, thank you so much, Collective. For those of you who are helping us, and I send out prayers and encouragement to the Collective regularly. Know that iron sharpens iron. And if you want to be a better version of yourself, you have to get around those who are better than where you were. That's easy for some and not for others. Anything that's not easy, it means that there's more shadow work to be done. Anything that's not easy, more specifically, any transformation that's not easy, means that there's more shadow work to be done. If someone hooked me up to a lie detector, think about this in the spiritual sense. It might be something about Joe and Jason. The letters B or a K. And it's no laughing matter. Confirmation with that squawk. This is no laughing matter. The spiritual occurrences, no laughing matter. But think about that. I think I just forgot the analogy I was going to use. Yeah, but anyway. There must be something about Minnesota. Minnesota comes up a lot. There's the woodpecker again. So what is it that you're needing to say that you're not speaking up about? It could be to free you. It could be to set the record straight. It could be to free someone else. What is it that you need to say that you're not saying? It could be the start of a new chapter, a new job, a new opportunity, a new collaboration. What is it that you need to speak up about that you are not? And what is holding you back? Alexa, why did the fox cross the road?
Free chicken.
The fox crossed the road for free chicken. I guess following after the chicken that it just crossed the road? I don't know. Might be something about the last name Fox or the name Fox. Jamie Fox. Who else? Red Fox. Vivica Fox. Foxy Brown. That's Pam Grier. Does name again? Any names? Any of these? I know a Foxy's a dentist. What's his first name? Fred Fox. Frederick Fox. So Fred Fox, Frederico, Frederick. Nancy. Drew. Andrew. Perhaps they, whoever they are, they were using crypto and, exchanging crypto for you or in regards to you. Maybe that was a way that they, again, in today's society, sent transactions. Okay. So there's something about getting to the core of the issue. I'm looking at an apple and it's talking about how to get to the core of an apple, how to core an apple. There's something about getting to the core of something. Someone's name is Jimmy or James. So yeah. Again, thank you so much. Healers, helpers, empaths, light workers, star seeds, 144,000 chosen ones, however you identify yourself, as long as you know you are and you know you truly vibrate in that energy and it's not just a slogan or a name tag. When you truly operate in your divinity, you can become all that you ever hoped you could ever be. Despite what humans say and what they throw against you. The purpose of pursuing your curiosity, something, I'm going to say of life, but I didn't see what the rest of it said, but yeah. So again, thank you so much, Collective, for being a part of my journey. You are a part of my journey. And I'm glad to be a part of yours if you allow me to be. Again, happy Saturday to you.